Well, good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I want to do another watch review, and this is a watch I reviewed about I don't know, 3 or 4 days ago. And it's a watch by a company called Aquadive. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that lately I've been doing a lot of smart home reviews and electronics reviews. I kind of go through waves where I like to focus on different parts and really build the channel into not just being about strictly watches, but being about all different kinds of products, because there are lots of awesome products out there, and I love being able to share those with you guys. But I have been also reaching out, and I do this on a daily basis. Not only am I a frequent shopper of watches and electronics, but lately I've been reaching out to a lot of companies trying to get my hands on samples of products that they carry in order for me to share them with you guys. And so several weeks ago I was mainly focused on just reaching out to watch companies, and lately I've been reaching out to some companies who supply other electronics and smart home items, so that's why you might see, or you have seen, other products on the channel. But that still didn't stop my love for watches. So I've been waiting for this one, and I pitched this watch several times on my channel. And I did a review of it last week, and I reached out to the company. The guys over at Aquadive were so generous in order to send me one of their Bathyscaphe 100 watches for review and for my collection. It's a fine timepiece. It's a really nice watch, and it's different than anything else that I have. It's definitely on the higher scale, and what I want to do is just re-review that watch, because I had a couple days to wear it and to kind of get to know it and look at it on my wrist and see what other people think about it. And what I wanted to do was come back and re-review it again, because that's something like I said, I like to do after I have a chance to actually wear the product, not just unbox it and give it my quick opinion. And I've been wearing it on a metal strap, okay, just a metal mesh kind of like a shark mesh strap that I picked off eBay for like 20 bucks. A very inexpensive stainless steel strap that I put on it, just because I like the bracelet style a little more. And when I reached out to Aquadive, they had said they were waiting for one of their brand new mesh bracelets for the watch, and unfortunately when they sent it to me, they sent it on their isofrane strap, and I'll talk about that in a little bit too. I did mention that to them, and they were telling me that the isofrane, to go ahead and put whatever strap I want on it and review it with you guys, but I wanted to come back and re-review it with the isofrane strap as well, because I've had the opportunity to wear it a little bit the last couple days, and just kind of feel what that feels like. And so I just want to show you guys what that looks like. And if you're not unfamiliar with isofrane, it's a company who actually that makes their straps, and their isofrane is Aquadive, basically, as far as my understanding. And they've been making straps since the early '60s, and it's basically your standard traditional dive style rubber strap, but it's not rubber; it's a material called isofrane. And what that is a process derived from a liquid hydrocarbon. Excuse me. So we'll get back to that in a second, okay, before I butcher that. And I'll read you a little bit about it right off the website. And when I reached out to them the other day, just telling them, hey, I was really hoping for the bracelet version, they had said, well, you know, the strap we sent you is a really high quality strap, and it's one of the best in the business, and it feels like skin on your body. So I wanted to try that out and give myself the opportunity to kind of see what that felt like. And they're right, it is a very comfortable strap. Although for me personally, I still will always gravitate more towards bracelet style watches, but that's the wonderful thing about watches out there. There is something for everyone. So I just want to come back to the watch and show you guys what it looks like from the factory 100%. Now the bracelet I showed you on before was very similar in looks, and based on the video, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference. Unless I pointed out to you, you wouldn't be able to tell that that wasn't the actual Aquadive strap. But I wanted to review with that to give you the idea of what it looks like if you were to order that particular bracelet with their watches, which I think is a really nice combination, me personally. But I want to show you again what it looks like with the isofrane strap, because that's something they really take pride in, and I want to share that with you guys. So here's the watch I'm about to show you. Once again, this is the Aquadive Bathyscaphe. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, the Bathyscaphe 100 Blue. And they make several different variations of this watch. Mainly all of them are 43 millimeters, with the exception of the Bathyscaphe 300, which measures it at 47 millimeters at the bezel. So that's their bigger version, which I would love to have got my hands on that one, but this is very generous, of course. This is a beautiful looking watch. The quality is definitely there. One nice thing about the box, which is, again, I've said it in my last video, this box is, you know, I'm not really huge on the boxes because I don't store them. I have so many watches, I don't store them in boxes. They're locked up in a safe. So I like to keep them protected that way. So the boxes, unfortunately for me, don't really get a lot of use. But nonetheless, for the average person, this is what this is going to come in. So you have your traditional black outer box right here. It's just made of a cardboard. You have your Aquadive logo right on the center. I'm just going to get a close-up on that. Again, you may not be able to see it in this particular lighting, but you'll get an idea of what it looks like there. So not really much to write home about. It's a cardboard box, and that's no different than most of the companies out there. It would have been nice if they maybe did something with the logo to make it pop a little more, but like I said, what's inside the box is what matters, okay? So let's go ahead and pop this open. And then I was blown away with the quality of the box, the actual box this watch comes in. It's made of an all hardwood construction. It almost appears to be like an oak. You have your stainless steel right down the center. This looks like to be stainless steel or aluminum. It has the appearance of stainless steel, which is really, really nice. You have your push button on the front, which opens the box, of course. Very high quality hinges. They're not just basic hinges. I'll show you what they look like when I open the box. And this could be show you a close-up here of what it looks like. You can see the grain in the actual box, and you have this beautiful stainless steel coming right down the front. Very, very heavy box. And then when you open it up, of course, it's a big box. You have this huge interior. Beautiful hinges. You can see they're all polished or chrome-plated. They're not just your standard hinges that just attach from the back. They bolt right into the top of the box. These aren't going to come off. Very, very well made. And then, of course, the interior kind of recesses down. You have the kind of this faux, what appears to be like a faux leather. Oops, go ahead and kind of show you that there. And I just really got to get a better camera, guys, because no matter what, it's so bright in here, and you still can't even really see this here. It's just because I'm recording with a cell phone. I mean, what do you want me to do here? All right, so let's go ahead and, and then, of course, the inside, I'll take the watch out here. And the inside of the box actually pops up right here for storage if you were to get more straps or whatnot. If you want to put, your warranty card in here. It didn't really come with any other information other than this Aquadive.com, and it's a serial number and date of purchase. So this one says 1116. I'm not really sure why, but that's what it says. But and so this watch does have a 2-year warranty, so it reads about the warranty right there. And here's the actual inner insert here. You can see it's recessed. Very, very nice presentation. You really can't go wrong with this box here. I mean, this is just, you can just tell the quality when you open it. Now getting down to the watch, once again, this is, again, the Aquadive Bathyscaphe 100 in the blue. The strap on this here, and I'll show you just kind of a close-up here of what this looks like. This strap, it's a very, very dark navy blue. On video, it's almost going to look black. It's going to be a darker blue than the actual face of the watch. Try to get a little closer here so you can see what it looks like. 43 millimeters at the bezel. This is an automatic watch powered by an ISO movement. I'll tell you what that is in a second here. Screw down locking crown, of course, and you have your, I believe it's 120 click ratcheting unidirectional bezel. The bezel's very tight on this. Definitely you can feel the quality in the bezel. And the case is kind of a very unique retro designed case. This is CNC machined out of a solid piece of stainless steel. And then you can see the ISO frame strap. Very, very smooth, very, very comfortable. Definitely something that you're not going to be worried about getting wet. Naturally, it's a dive watch. And you can see the ISO frame logo engraved on the inside of the stainless steel clasp. And I'm going to show you what this looks like again in a second here. A little bit about the watch. Just want to read to you, just right off the company website, to give you a little bit of specifics. So about the strap, the ISOFrame dive strap debuted in the 60s, and it literally changed the shape of diving, or at least with dive straps. Dive straps were usually made from rubber. They were sticky, uncomfortable, and often blister and crack when exposed to sun or salt or the cold. And that's one thing I've always, I didn't realize that they use this type of material in their strap. I have watches that actually have the cheap rubber dive strap. I'll even say that some of the Invicta watches that I have held in my hand that have like your polypropylene strap, which I personally am never really a fan of poly straps. I'm just not. I don't think they hold up. And this is something that we'll find out when I give it the test of time. How well this watch holds up in a year from now, of course. But anyway, they really pride themselves in this band. If you want to buy these bands, they are available in different colors. you're looking at about $120 to $150 depending on which one you go. So they're definitely on the the higher side of what you're going to pay for a strap. A lot of watches cost that, so you're definitely getting a lot of quality there. On the website they say iso what? And what iso is, it's isoprene. And it says isoprene is a liquid hydrocarbon that is obtained in the processing of petroleum, and it's used as a raw chemical material. Isoprene was far more durable and maintained its look. So this is something that they pride themselves on this particular watch being what it is, a dive watch, where you can take this in the salt water, you can subject it to the environment of diving and salt and the cold and the heat, and that they say that this will not blister or crack. So definitely something that, I'm not a diver, so it's not something I can really put up the test of time. But as far as the other rubber style straps that I have held, it definitely feels different. It definitely has a quality there that I have not felt in any other poly strap or strap like this, even though it's not poly, in the past. It says here that this strap is made with the old recipe from back when they came out with this particular design, made from non-allergenic, non-toxic, and even, let's see here, we used our old recipe, made it non-allergenic, non-toxic, and added even more durability and softness to the rubber without using silicone, the dust magnet. And if you ever see silicone, I hear exactly what they're saying. It just really, you have a cotton shirt, you'll just get dust and cotton all over it. Definitely not something I like. And like I said, that's why I always gravitate more towards the bracelet style watches, because I just think that it's a little flashier, and that just fits my personality more. But they say it's the best watch strap you will ever buy. So they really pride themselves on that watch strap. So I urge you to check it out. I'll put a link in the description for the isoframe straps. If you have a watch that, maybe you had another watch that the strap broke and you weren't happy with it and you still like the watch, definitely should check out that strap for its durability if you like that poly style or rubber style straps. As far as the watch is concerned, the case is made from, let me just scroll down here. The case is made from, I promise I'll tell you. I promise. I won't let you down. It says, we set out to create a new classic, protected it using a high-tech scratch-free DLC coating. Now that's listed on the website under this watch. This is not DLC coating. That would be their black version of this watch. I'm not sure why they have the wrong product description under this particular watch. They really should correct their website. I'm just saying, I gotta be honest with you guys. You should have the correct stuff on your website. So let's find the tech specs. You got hour markers, minutes, seconds, date at 3 o'clock. It's German-made and CNC cut solid stainless steel. We'll skip the DLC coating and the micro hardness because that's irrelevant. Here we go. They're limited. Well, I'm not sure if this is limited edition. The DLC version is limited edition to 500 pieces. I'm not sure if this particular one is or isn't. As far as when I look at the back of the watch, as far as a number, there is, okay, so this is number 11 of 500. So they are limited edition to 500 pieces each. So definitely something that if you want to get your hands on, once they're gone, they're probably gone. And I've seen that with a lot of different companies who make some of these higher end products. They'll come out with them to make 300, just like the one I reviewed not that long ago in the bronze by Delta T, limited edition. You get them while you can. So the movement in this one here is a Swiss-made ETA 2836-2. It has a self-winding mechanism with ball bearing date corrector, stop second device regulator system, an tachron and regulator corrector, 28,800 vibrations per hour. It says 4 hertz. It's at 4 hertz, I guess. Like I said, I'm not a watch guy, so if you have more information about what that actually means, by all means, put it in the description. I love getting that information. It is a 25 jewel movement. It's adjusted in 5 positions with an individual certificate that accompanies each watch. They did not send me that certificate, but that's okay because it was a free watch and a review. Again, the bezel, it's a unidirectional rotating bezel, 120 click laser cut ratcheting spring, scratch-free ceramic insert, engraved with elapsed time markings, 31mm sapphire crystal in this. And so once again, it talks about the 22mm ISO frame strap with the optional Aquadive stainless steel bracelet based on the vintage Aquadive design. So that's really about it. The weight is 130 grams, excluding the bracelet or strap, with a 2-year manufacturer's warranty. Let me go ahead and show you again a couple of the close-ups here. the best we can with this lighting, of course. You know what we'll do? We'll just do what we always do. We'll just move you. We'll take a little trip because you know what? A lot of times I'm like, gosh, you know, this sucks. I have to do this. It's not like I have a recording rig here, guys. So this is, hopefully this helps us a little bit here. Hopefully. That's a little better. So you see that ceramic bezel, and of course the face color on this particular one is more of like a slate kind of blue. It's not a bright royal blue. The bezel appears to have a slightly different color. The bezel appears to have a little bit of a polished nature to it, whereas the actual face seems to be more of a matte finish. You can see the case, one CNC machined piece of stainless steel, German stainless steel, the Aquadive logo on the crown. Has that retro kind of look, very, very basic design. Water resistance, I forgot to mention, 3,300 feet on this, or 1,000 meters. And you can see the design in the the isoframe strap. Plenty of holes to size this, or loops. This can definitely go on a very, very small wrist. And I'll show you what that looks like on my wrist in just a second. And of course you have your information on the back, which appears to be a screw-down case back, although I didn't see that listed on the website. Your Aquadive logo, a little bit of information about the watch, and of course this is number 11 of 500. So really generous that they sent me that. And it's, again, limited edition. One thing that's really interesting, most Swiss watches who can actually be classified as Swiss watch always list Swiss made on the watch. This is a Swiss made watch, but they really pride themselves on the German design. So here, on here, it says we're Swiss made, it says made in Germany. So now I failed to check the box to see where this is actually shipped from, which I'd be curious to find out. I will actually go in the garage in a second and grab that there. If it's made in Germany, then I expect it to be shipped from Germany, but I'm not going to, hold no judgment there. It is a very, very high quality timepiece, and it is very, very nice looking, very classy, and very retro. Although the isoframe strap may be of very high quality and may be the best rubber style or poly style strap that you can get, for my personal preference, I prefer a stainless steel bracelet. And I may actually at one point go ahead and try to find a higher quality stainless steel bracelet that might complement this watch very well instead of the mesh. I just threw it on there to see what it looked like with something that they actually sell. I wanted to show you guys what the option is for that because they didn't send me that. So let's go ahead and throw this on the wrist. Now I have about a 7-inch wrist. I'm about 5'7" and a half. Don't forget the half. And so all watches look pretty big on me, and including a 43mm watch, which for me is a very, very small watch. I'm used to wearing 50 and up. But, you know, I love all watches, and I appreciate all styles, and I wear all the watches that I have in my collection, especially with some of the watches, the dress-style watches that Alexander sent me. They have a few beautiful watches that they sent me. Actually, they're all beautiful, but I have a few of my favorites in there as well. So, okay, so let me go ahead and show you what this looks like on the wrist. Once again, 7-inch wrist. You can see it as a 43mm watch. It doesn't appear to be small at all. It's a very, very subdued, classy style watch. This one here, it didn't mention that it has a helium release valve, but it does appear to have one right underneath this band, or the lug right here, if you can see that. It does appear to have a helium release valve, so I'm not really sure why it was listed as not having that. Like I said, I just think their website just needs a little bit of updating. Now, and the reason I say that is, and like I said, I'm not complaining, and this is very, very generous for them to send me this watch. I definitely, you know, have been enjoying wearing it with the isoframe. It does actually feel just like skin on your wrist. It doesn't pinch. It is very, very comfortable. But one thing I have to say, the price point of this watch is going to cost you about $1,790. So one thing I think would really help them out is to make sure that they have the proper information on the website under each specific watch. I'll go ahead and drop that in an email too, because although I really want to, you know, showcase their product and show off their product and share the product with you guys, I also want you guys to, you know, be smart shoppers, and if you're interested in a watch that you want to purchase, I want you to get it for the best deal and get the proper information. I'd hate to recommend a watch to you guys and have you guys go to the website and go ahead and think you're getting something that you're not. So if you have any questions about this product ever, especially with some of these micro brands that I've been reviewing, I have direct contacts with the companies, And, you know, it's very easy for some of these watches for me to shoot an email over to them, just like the awesome Visser watch that I just reviewed. If you haven't seen that, check that out. Just like the Alexander watches, the Sterling watches. And you guys know I love Invicta watches, but because they're more affordable for me, it's more into my price point. It's more the styling that I like, even though we have, you know, negative people sometimes on the channel that think they're ugly. There's always something that suits somebody. So, you know, I mean, I'm more of an adult about the thing. I can appreciate different styles and different tastes, you know, and I'm respectful about it. I would never insult somebody's taste, of course. Unfortunately, a lot of the internet trolls are not like that. But nonetheless, with some of these micro brands, my point is that I have a direct contact. Where Invicta, I got no Invicta contact. There's nobody I can reach out to and ask a question and get an answer back. Like, I'm just like a customer like everybody else. And, you know, and people have said with the Invictas that, you know, the service isn't all that great. I've heard it by people who have had issues. I've never had an issue where I actually had to contact service. So I can't really speak on that. But I have heard it being a little difficult to get a hold of somebody. It's just such a big company. It's kind of the way it is, and I'm sure they're not the only ones like that. But these micro brand companies, you know, I'm talking directly to the people in charge here. So if you have any questions at all about this stuff, do not hesitate to drop a comment. I will get you an answer. So once again, let me just go ahead and show you that watch again. I'll get close again and get back a little bit. And I'm going to just turn the camera a little bit this way for the phone. I'm sure somebody will be like, it's not a camera. And I'm just going to turn on these overhead lights. See if we can just get a little bit of a different angle over here. These lights are pretty bright. That might help a little bit. And guys, you know, like I said, when I upload these videos, I'm doing it with just a standard. I was using my iPad. I use a standard, just 1080p, older LG cell phone. Actually, it's a Stilo 2. This is how I record. They're raw, they're unedited, they're uncut. Hell, I just learned the other day how to turn on the timer, so I'm not running over pushing the button. I don't know. I'm pretty tech savvy. I don't know why I didn't even check, but it's because I just want these videos to be raw and just honest with you guys. I don't have a recording rig, and although at some point, you know, I watched this one guy's channel the other day. He had this setup where he was on a rig and he could like hit the button and follow himself, and man, that's all good, and maybe someday I'll have something like that, but right now, I just want these videos to be straight up, 100% honest, and 100% raw, where you guys can just see that, you know, I'm just a consumer like you guys, sharing my passion with you guys, and, you know, although not every single watch, you know, might be something that I would necessarily purchase. Maybe, like I said, maybe it's because, let's go back over here. Maybe it's because it's outside my budget, you know. I mean, be honest with you, $1,800, you know, I piss a lot of money away in some stupid things. But, you know, I probably wouldn't spend $1,800 on a watch. But that's because, you know, we all spend money based on what we make. And I like to have more of a broad selection of watches. Rather than, you know, one, you know, I mean, look at the amount of watches I have. If I wanted one, or if I wanted a Rolex, I would have bought one. I just don't. It's just not me. This is something that if I personally had to choose between a Rolex or this watch, or I'd say, you know, babe, which one you want to purchase, I would definitely choose this watch. This is more my style. I'm into more of the dive watch styles rather than the dress style watches. Even though Rolex is technically still a dive style watch, I prefer something like this over a Rolex. It's just my personal preference. I would prefer a Breitling over a Rolex, but again, I would prefer this over a Breitling, just because this is, I like the micro brand stuff. I like wearing things that aren't really mainstream, in my opinion, and things that people are going to look at and be like, wow, who makes that? I've never heard of that. You know, it sparks interest, it sparks a conversation, and again, I love being able to share these micro brands with you guys because they really make exceptional products, and a lot of times don't get the exposure they deserve because they don't have the big giant pockets to endorse athletes and endorse, I mean, you know, some of these watch companies have sent watches to the moon, for God's sake. So, you know, not every company has the budget to do that, and just because they don't doesn't mean they don't make an exceptional, if not better, product. So once again, guys, that's the Bathyscaphe 100 in blue from Aquadive, an exceptional, beautiful timepiece, well made, really, really high quality, and you'll know it if you decide to make a purchase on this particular one and add this to your collection. Once again, price point about $1,790. If you get involved in the all black special, I think there was DLC, I think diamond something coating, and I don't have that one, so I'm not reviewing that one, but it's supposed to almost be scratch proof. That one you got paid over $2,000 for. I think it was about $2,200. Depending on which strap you go with, you might pay a little more if you want to go with the stainless steel mesh, but to my understanding, it's a really, really high quality bracelet. Wish I could have got my hands on that once again. I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but it would have been really nice to review that as well. But nonetheless, well-made strap, well-made watch, and definitely one if you're into the dive watches and want something different in your collection, I urge you to check this one out. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. As always, I'll put links in the description where you can pick this up for the best values. I'm going to go ahead and put links for eBay, because there are some on eBay. I'm going to put links for Amazon, and of course I'll put links to the actual manufacturer's website where I'm actually trying to work a deal with them to actually get a coupon code for maybe a slight discount. So any purchase you make through the video, you'll be able to take advantage of a slight discount on the watch. Once again, any questions, please remember to subscribe to the channel. We're over... we just cracked 8,000. When I say we, I mean me. 8,100 subscribers. I would really love to get that 100,000 subscriber point. But like I said, you know, watches is more of a niche thing, and so it's nice to be able to spread a little bit out, spread out the channel content out a little bit with other stuff too. So you know, I want you guys to know that I'm always going to be reviewing watches, and for those of you who love watches, stick to the watches playlists. For those of you who like the smart home stuff or anything else I may review, by all means, don't hesitate to check out the other playlists. Also, I just want to touch base with you guys. I almost have a deal worked out with, if you guys know me by now, you guys know I'm a huge car enthusiast. Now, I'm not a rich guy by any means. I'm just an average working stiff like everybody else. You know, but I do love cars, and I have 3 cars in my collection that I absolutely love. They're not Ferraris or anything crazy like that. They're not classics. Although the Honda's getting close. I got a 2000 Honda Accord, a 2006 Solara, and an 03 Jaguar S-Type. I love all 3 of those cars no matter how old they get. I take a lot of pride in the things I've done. I love driving those cars as much as when I bought them brand new. And I will be doing more reviews on that stuff too as we get closer to the spring and summer. And with that being said, I'm working out, hopefully I've worked out a deal with Power Acoustic, which I think makes a fantastic product. I've used their amplifiers in the past. I have them in my Jag. I have those in my Solara. And I worked out a deal with them to install and review one of their brand new 10-inch almost tablet style stereos, which is just huge. It's going to be massive in the car. So stay tuned for that as well. Stay tuned for a couple other smart home products that I have coming in the mail. And as always, guys, check out my other videos. I love when you guys comment on stuff that you didn't even come to you came to look at watches, next thing you're looking at something else you didn't even think you needed or wanted. So once again, thanks for the support. And as always, have a great day, guys. Take care. Bathyscaphe.